Hi, my name is Mike, and in today's video we're going to be going over the oil change process in a 2016 Toyota Corolla. Note that this model year vehicle uses an oil filter cartridge rather than a standard canister type oil filter, so you're going to need some special tools. I believe this was a mid-year change on this model vehicle, so check your VIN or check underneath your vehicle for whether your particular Toyota Corolla uses the cartridge or the standard spin-on canister type filter. For starters, set your vehicle up on jacks or ramps, and always make sure you set your emergency brake for safety. You'll need a few things for this operation. I like to use Mobile One Extended Performance. We typically change our oil twice a year, once in the early spring and once in the fall, so twice a year, seasonal changes. I don't want to be changing it in the middle of summer when it's super hot, or in the middle of winter when it's crazy cold outside. Could probably get by with a once a year change, but I just like to do it twice every year. This will typically run you about $40 for the oil and filter, depending on the type of oil and filter you use, of course. You'll also need, the capacity is about 4.5 quarts. So you'll also need your oil filter cartridge, which should include the rubber O-ring seal. I'm using a Fram model XG10358. You'll also need, to drain the oil, a socket wrench or standard wrench, 14 millimeter, and a tool to remove the cartridge. This is an Autocraft 64 millimeter AC1096. It is a cap filter wrench. It fits Toyota, Lexus, and Scion vehicles. Not all auto parts stores have these in stock. Our local AutoZone doesn't have it. I was able to find it at Advance. It's hit or miss depending on the store. You might have better luck getting it online. And it uses a half-inch drive socket. I also like to use a piece of cardboard on the ground just for sliding underneath the vehicle. And you also need a pan to drain your oil into. So to start, open your dipstick and oil filter cap slightly, just to allow air to come in. You should have warmed your vehicle up for a few minutes beforehand, just to allow the oil to flow more smoothly as it's pouring out. From underneath, loosen the oil drain. This particular one is pretty tight on here. There it goes. Probably should have brought some paper towels out here. And I'm going to pause the video while all of the old oil drains out. You can see actually under here where the oil filter canister goes, or cartridge. I'm going to pause the video while this drains, and to get some paper towels. Alright, and we are back. I wanted to give it some time for all of the old oil to drain out properly, and now I'm going to try to remove the oil filter cartridge. It's underneath the engine on the passenger side. behind this cover right here. And this is what you need this special tool for. Actually, I'm probably going to have to pause the video a few times because I think this is going to take two hands, and I'll need to be able to, I won't be able to hold the camera. So there's actually a little metal tab in here, which is a sort of to keep the cover from spinning off. I noticed when I did this before, this little tab just sort of pulls out, to get it out of the way. Let's see if I can do it with this. Again, I'm probably gonna have to pause the video. I got some feedback on my other videos that said, why do you pause it through all of the important parts? Unfortunately, it's because I need two hands a lot of times to do this. Let's see. So, there it goes. It's almost out. Well, dropped the camera, but I got it out. So, now that little metal tab is pulled free, the socket fits right on there. And I tried to do it the first time we tried to do this with that little tab still in there. I just found it was in the way. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to pause the video to get this out. I need both hands. So, I'll restart it again here in just a minute. So like I mentioned a minute ago, the cap is very tight on some of these. I remember the first time I did this, I thought I was going to have to try to get an impact gun underneath it here or something. And this time even still, it was also still very tight. I pushed it with my leg, and that got it loose enough. So you can see the oil draining out into my pan. And the cartridge is right here inside of the cap, and the O-ring is just around that. So as you saw, the kit comes with both the replacement cartridge and the O-ring. And I'm gonna pause the video again so that I can use both hands to, it just pops out and the O-ring just pulls off, so I can get the new one loaded into the housing here. Alright, so here you can see our new filter with the new O-ring all set up and ready to go back in. Slide back under here. Wipe off around the housing a little bit. Pop the new one in. Tighten it up. So here's where I'm going to pause the video again. I'm going to use my tool to snug it up just a little bit, not too much. Then I'm going to stick this little retaining clip back in there to keep it from spinning loose. And then we're going to refill it with oil. We're going to check and make sure that there's no leaks, and we are going to reset the maintenance required light, which is also pretty tricky in this type of in this model vehicle. Why they had to make things so hard. I hate things that require a special tool just to remove the oil filter, but it's what it is. So let me pause this again while I tighten that up, put the clip back in, and we'll rejoin when we're refilling with oil. Okay, so we've refilled the engine with the correct amount of 0W20 engine oil as confirmed by the oil cap and the service manual. We've looked underneath to verify that there are no leaks. And now for what is probably the most tricky part of all, resetting the maintenance required light. So, if we can remember how to do this, and if Google was correct, I need to, let's see, hold down the trip meter, which is, this is not my car, this is my wife's car. There's no button anywhere up here. Let's see. Hold down the trip meter, which is not indicated anywhere. Thanks, Toyota. Display. I know we had a really hard time figuring this out before. Hold on, let's go back to Google again, because there is no trip button. Okay, let's try this again. YouTube to the rescue. So the trip meter says is the DISP button. So what you do is turn the key on. Oh, so I'm going to try to do this while holding the phone. So hold the DISP button down while turning the key, not all the way on. No, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Hold down the DISP button. No. Turn the key on. No, it's just blinking. Let's try this again. Key out. Door open, closed. Alright. Hold down the DISP button. Turn the key. Let's release the DISP button, maybe? No, nothing, still nothing. This is the worst procedure I've ever seen in any car. Try this again. What am I doing wrong here? Sure, once you've done this 10,000 times, it's really easy to remember, but come on, Toyota, really? Alright, let's go Google it again. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe 15th time's a charm. Hold down the DISP. Turn the key to accessory. No, nothing shows up. Turn the key on. See how long if I hold it down. Nothing happens. Saw another video, another thing that said release it after a 5 count. Whatever that count of. Let's try again. Alright. Let's see if I release it when it starts blinking. Still nothing. Maintenance required light is still on. Alright, let's Google it again. There was all different links about this, and all of them gave different responses. Okay, I found another YouTube video that says it only works if you're in trip A. So let's go ahead and put this to trip A. Turn it off. Hold down DISP. Run. There we go. Alright, now the lights, the little dashes are going down, and that zeroed it out. Why in the world it only works when it's in trip A, I have no idea. Apparently there's about 4 different procedures for this based on the number of different YouTube videos I found. A bunch of them had comments disabled, which was not really helpful for anybody that tries to use those videos later to say, hey, maybe there's a different procedure that only works with certain models of car. So I'm going to leave my comments open on this video, and if you find another reset procedure, go ahead and feel free to post it in the comments. But again, on this particular Toyota, it only worked. It was to turn the car. Let's do it again now. So, car off, car on, turn it to trip A, car off, hold down DISP, car on again, lights going, the dashes are going down, 0. I can release the button, and now there's no more maintenance required light. Thanks, Toyota, for making this really more difficult than it needed to be, but hopefully this video will help someone else in the future. And if you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of different car repair videos, more frequently is on my own truck, Chevy Colorado, but I'm sure I'll be doing more on Toyota Corollas here in the near future. Thanks, and have a good day.